In July of 2023, Springfield Armory released to market their Echelon, which is their full-size polymer frame striker-fire handgun chambered in 9mm. This particular handgun has a modular chassis system very similar to that of the 6-hour P320 M17 line of pistols. At that time, there were a lot of content creators creating reviews on this gun, and I saw a couple of the reviews and I just figured, like, you know what, let me take a chance on this gun just to see if the hype is really real. I don't generally buy into anything when it first drops because I like for the kinks to get worked out and so on and so forth most of the time, and not just with handguns, that's just with anything. So I figured since July is my birthday month, why not go ahead and pick up this Echelon just to see if the hype is real. Now, I didn't stop there. There was another handgun that I wanted, that I've been wanting for a long time, but the cost of entry was kind of steep. And before then, I couldn't really justify putting out that kind of money for the gun. But since I was able to afford it, I turned around and got the Staccato P. Everybody knows about the Staccato P. It is literally the 2011 that all other 2011s are basically judged, whether you're talking about on the lower end or whether you're talking about the high end. Everybody likes to compare their 2011 to Staccato. So today on Armchair Operator Guns and Gear Reviews, we're just going to do a quick 1-year update of my Springfield Echelon and my Staccato P. However, I also got 2 new pickups that I just got today, and I'm going to do the reveal at the end of this video. So y'all definitely want to stay tuned for that reveal. I promise y'all it's going to be worth it. Let's get into it.
Yo, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love.
What's going on, everybody? It's your big homie, the Armchair Operator, and welcome to today's program. Now, if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you find this information informative, maybe even a little bit entertaining. And if you're coming back to the channel, thank you so much for coming back to the channel. I definitely do appreciate it. I hope you also find this information informative and a little bit entertaining. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, we're just doing a quick update video on my Springfield Echelon and my Staccato P. I've had both guns for a year now. I got well north of 1,000 rounds on both guns, so I'm intimately familiar with both particular guns. So I just want to talk really quickly about my experiences with these 2 pistols over the this past year. And also, as I said, I got a reveal coming up at the end of this video, 2 new pickups, so definitely want to stay tuned. But first, let's talk about the Echelon. So there was a lot of hype surrounding the Echelon last July when this thing first dropped. And long story short, it was justified. First things first, but let me verify clear. So as you can see, chamber is empty, magazine is empty, this gun is verified clear, and we're filming in a safe and controlled environment. So I want to put that out there really quick. But like I said, the hype, this gun, at least in my opinion, was not overhyped. This is a very solid handgun for the money. Not even just for the money, but period. And it's meant to be one of those guns that you could carry around all day for duty use. And this is essentially what this particular gun is. This is a, if you had to go on a battle type of gun, this gun will serve you well. One of the great things about the Echelon is its modularity. Like I said before, it has a modular chassis system. They call it the COG, which is very similar to that of the P320 M17 line of handguns. So when I first bought this gun, it actually comes with their medium grip module, right? Now, the good thing about the Echelon also is that not only can you change the full grip of the really the frame of the gun itself, you can also change the back strap, so it gives you just a bit more of customize. I guess you can customize it more so than say like your 320, because on the P320 you can just change the whole grip module out, and that's it. They don't give you different back straps, but this one does. And one of the first upgrades that I did to this pistol was that I changed the grip module. So this is actually the grip module that comes on the gun. And the reason why I changed out the grip module is that, one, I like a slightly longer length of pull for my hands, the big paws, right? So that extra length of pull just makes it a little easier for me to maintain proper trigger control while I'm shooting. The other thing was the texture. So the texture on this particular one, I don't know if you could really tell visually, but this is, I would say, a more so a finer texture. It's not too aggressive. It's kind of middle of the road for them. Personally, I like a bit more of an aggressive texture, so I opted to go for the large grip module. And I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but the surfaces are actually, well, the surface, I say, is actually a bit rougher than that of the medium grip module, which is this one here. So picking up this large grip module for me was a game changer. Now, just so that we're clear, this is the larger grip module with the medium backstrap. If I wanted to, I could have put the larger backstrap on here, or I could have put the smaller one, but the medium one plus the larger grip just seems to work best for my hands. And other thing that I really like about the Echelon is that, you know, you got ledges here, little memory pads for your fingers and your thumbs. It just makes gripping the firearm and really getting on target and keeping the muzzle where it needs to be so much easier than, say, some of its competitors like the SIGs or the Glocks or the Walthers. So all in all, like I said, I have well north of 1,000 rounds through this thing, probably around 1,500 rounds at this point, which is obvious, which is not a whole lot, I will admit, but it's enough to really get a good idea of how this gun works. So the good parts of this gun are its reliability, yes, the texture, the ability to customize it to suit you, and the sights. So the sights that I have on this particular model, I have the 3-dot night sights. So I went with this sighting setup because personally, I wasn't really a fan of the U-Knot sight, and I think this was only like maybe $30 more over the U-Knot. So we're like, why just get the damn night sights? It's 30 bucks. So what? So that's why I opted for this model. Now, the other great thing about the Echelon and why a lot of people are really excited about it was really its optics mounting system. The optics mounting system on the Echelon is unique in that you don't need optics plates. They really just give you like little adapter pins that you put into pre-drilled holes on the slide itself to match it up to the footprint optic that you are putting on here. And that right there is also a game changer because you don't have to worry about getting a whole bunch of optics plates and all that just to mount your optic. On my Echelon here, this has an optics plate. That's only because I have an acro footprint style red dot on here. This is not the Aimpoint acro. This is actually the Gideon Optics Mediator. And I already did a review on that. Great budget optic, by the way. But all in all, there is a lot to like about this gun. This gun has been bomb-proof reliable for me, and definitely a solid pickup in my opinion if you're looking for something that's home defense or duty rated. Out of the box, it comes with one 17-round mag, and it comes with a 21 round mag actually, and it also comes with a plus, I want to say, it gives you an extension where you could take it from 17 to 21 rounds, so you could have two 21-round magazines out of the box with this thing. So that's pretty cool. But all in all, I enjoy the hell out of my Echelon. It runs, it works. I have no issues with it whatsoever. Now to the Staccato P. Now, again, we got to verify clear. So as you can see, that chamber is empty. The magazine is empty. This firearm is clear. All right, let's talk about this guy here. So this particular gun was one of those guns that has been on my list for a long time. It is definitely one of those I would call budget list guns, if that makes any sense. Bucket list guns. I'm sorry, bucket list guns. And like I said, I always wanted the 2011. Now, at the time, I was kind of going back and forth whether I should get this or the Prodigy. Now, before y'all scoff and before y'all talk crap, I know that the Staccato P is the superior gun. But I was also curious about the Prodigy, and I'm the type of person whereas I like to get the most bang for the buck, so to speak. So while I do believe in putting out the money for good quality, I also believe that if you could get something as equal quality for a cheaper price, then why not? But like the saying goes, there's no such thing as a free lunch. And holding both the Prodigy and the Staccato P in my hands, it was just no question. I went with the Staccato, and I'm glad I did, because this thing runs like a damn typewriter. Like I said, I have well north of 1,000 rounds through this gun, probably close to 1,700 rounds at this point. No stoppages, no failures, no hiccups, none of that. And that's phenomenal. Now, 2011s, for those who don't know, 2011s are a bit of a different beast than, say, your polymer frame guns. The reason for that is that the tolerances on 2011 style guns are a bit tighter than that of your standard polymer frame striker fire guns. That being said, they require a bit more care and maintenance between shooting range sessions or whatever the case may be than your standard polymer striker fire gun. And simply all you really need to do is make sure you clean it more and keep it well lubricated. Not too lubricated, but well lubricated all the same. Now, this particular gun, I haven't cleaned it in a while. I actually need to clean it. I don't know if you can tell, but I do need to clean this damn thing. But I will say, even so, this particular gun still runs well. And I have had times where I might have put like 500 rounds or 600 rounds through it. Haven't cleaned it, haven't had any issues. I'm not recommending that you do that if you have a 2011 or a Staccato. I'm just saying that I've done it, and I'm sure that there are other people out there who have put more rounds through their 2011s without cleanings. But the point is, it's reliable and it just works. So let's talk about this thing. So, of course, 2011s are known for having excellent triggers, and the Staccato P is no exception. This thing kind of breaks around the 4-poundish mark most of the time, sometimes maybe a little bit less. This trigger is well worn in at this point, so it usually breaks between 3 3/4 to about 4 pounds, sometimes 3.5-ish. But it's a phenomenal trigger, and its return to zero is great. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact of the 4.4-inch bull barrel on this gun. So a lot of people say that the sweet spot for 2011s is really between 4.25-inch and 4.6-inch. This particular gun comes in the middle of that, like at 4.4. And honestly, this is solid. I like it. Sometimes with longer frame guns, you could actually feel more reciprocating mass. So of course, doing so, you'll feel more of that. And also, the muzzle might dip a little bit, because you got to remember physics. As the slide is going back, the slide also has to come back forward when it goes into battery. The more weight coming back forward, the greater the chance of that muzzle dipping as it goes back into battery. So that's the main reason why. This particular gun is fast, and at least in my personal opinion, it can easily keep pace with 4.25-inch guns. Like I said, that's just my opinion. So all in all, it has great sights. You got the Dawson Precision sights, blacked out rear, front fiber optic. It is cut for your optic. It does not come with optics plates. However, you can direct mount a Delta Point Pro to this Staccato. You'll lose the rear sight, but they do have like a little adapter piece that you can buy that can, if you want a co-witness, you'll just mount it on here with the Delta Point and you'll be good to go. And all in all, this gun has been great for me on the range. Like I said, I haven't had any issues with it. And I've even have had comparisons between this and other pistols. Now, if the gun looks plain right now, sure, I have a Streamlight TLR1 HL light on here. And it looks plain right now, but I will be putting an optic on here at some point in the near future. We'll get there. We'll get there. So like I said, y'all, I just wanted to do like a quick 1 year update, or rather anniversary video, if you will, on my Echelon and my Staccato P. Now that we've done that, it's time for the reveal. So like I said, I got not one, but I got two unboxings to do, and I'm going to do both of them right now. So before I do that, I got to give a major shout out to, once again, the crew over at the Bunker Gun Shop. I'm going to leave their information on the screen. Take a picture, do a screenshot, definitely hit them up. Like I said, I keep trying to put people on game. Now here's the reason why. There was one particular gun that I was really looking to get my hands on. Another birthday gun, right? And I had my mind to, actually I had my mind to get a few, but today I went down there because I had a couple in my mind that I wanted, and I wanted to see that they have it. So I went there, and as I was buying one, my man Frank Bank, he's like, yo, come check this out. And he shows me this gun that, way it looks like right now, it could be a Springfield Prodigy killer. Okay, now, everybody know about the Prodigy. A lot of people sing the praise about the Prodigy, but this thing right here, so far, I don't know. I think the Prodigy is in trouble. What gun am I talking about? Well, glad you asked that. I'm talking about the Tisas Night Stalker DS. This particular gun right here. So we're going to open this guy up, if I can get the box open. Oh, this one's just a little tight. All right, now we finally got the box open. Check it out. This bad boy right here. The Tisas Night Stalker DS. Let's verify clear real quick. I mean, yeah, we got the chamber flag in there, but you know how we do, right? Safety first. So, firearm is empty. Magazine is empty. This particular gun is empty. All right, so check it out. So, a lot of people should be familiar with the fact that the cost for 2011s have been coming down sharply in the gun industry lately. The Prodigy was kind of one of those ones that kicked the door open, so to speak, to making 2011 style guns more affordable for the masses. So you definitely got to give the Prodigy its props for that. And other companies like the Gerson 2311, and now you got the Tisas Night Stalker, they're actually coming in under the Prodigy. But a lot of companies are trying to bring people great value in the 2011 game while not costing like $3,000 and $4,000 and $5,000, which a lot of 2011s tend to cost. This particular one is interesting to me because for the price point, on paper, you're getting a lot. First of all, let's talk about the box here. So let's look at the box. So this is the box, right? This is basically everything it comes with. It comes with two 17-round magazines. They're basically your standard double stack 2011 magazines, which, by the way, they do fit in staccatos, in case you were wondering, and vice versa. Okay, what else we got in here? We got ourselves an Allen wrench, and we got ourselves a couple of, they look like retaining pins, probably for the magwell that comes on the gun. We have our cleaning supplies here. We have our gun lock here. And we also have a tool for the barrel bushing. So when it comes time to field strip this bad boy to clean it, gotta be able to take that bushing off in order to get the barrel out. So we're gonna set that aside. Let's look at the gun itself. So first impressions. Now mind you, I have not shot this firearm yet. I just got it today as of the recording of this video, which is July 19th. Okay, as it feels right now in my hand, it feels very damn good. So first off, let's talk about the tolerances real quick. So now watch this. Now maybe this is just me. Maybe this is because this is a new gun. But now I'm gonna try to hold this thing as best I can. And I'm wiggling it. No real movement whatsoever. Let's lock the slide to the rear. Now look at this. Look at this. Very little play whatsoever. That, I think a lot of people will like that, because like a lot of times when people talk about the frame, the slide fitment, that's a big deal, and they don't like to see a lot of play. I can't really get much play out of this thing at all. Now you do get a little bit of play right here in the grip safety. That's okay. First of all, shout out to them. I really like the fact that they give you a substantial memory pad on the grip safety. That's really cool. And then you got the textures here. I mean, not the textures, I'm sorry, the grip panels. These grip panels look easily replaceable. The texture is not super aggressive, but I mean, it's okay, especially for the price point. I like the fact that we have this trigger right here. Like it's nice. I don't know what type of trigger shoe that you call this, but I do like the fact that it's a little longer than a lot of them, than some 2011s. I actually like the shape of this more so than the Staccato trigger, to be perfectly honest. And let's talk about the trigger. So let's check this out. Let's see. Let me do it this way. So this is your wall. And that's the brake. All right, now here comes the reset. That is it. So this feels to me about a 5-poundish trigger. Now, again, for the price point of this gun, so far, you're getting a lot in this gun. So I'm going to say that, first of all, don't expect Staccato level polish in a sub $800 gun. This particular gun came in under $800 for a double stack 2011 style gun. Man, that right there is unheard of. And it is a 2011 style gun because this is a polymer grip module and a frame plus the barrel and a slide. Now remember, the difference between a 1911 and a 2011, essentially just think of it this way. 1911 has two main parts, barrel slide assembly and a solid frame, and the grip is all one piece. 2011 style, you have the barrel and frame assembly plus, the barrel and slide assembly plus the frame and plus the grip. So think of it, 2 big pieces versus 3 big pieces. That's the main difference. That's just kind of how I look at it. We have a threaded barrel. We also have a blacked out sighting system. We got a blacked out rear sight, and it looks like we have an orange, a tritium film orange dot front sight. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but again, for a sub $800 2011, this is really nice. The barrel, I'm not sure if it's DLC coated. It looks like it is. I'm not 100% sure on that. And it is optics cut. This footprint is the Shield RMS-C footprint. So your Hollow Sun 507Ks, your Shield RMS optics, that sort of thing will fit on here. It doesn't come with any optics plates from what I can see. And I'm not sure if those micro dots can just do a direct mount. I would imagine so, but I would have to look into that myself. And I mean, all in all, so far so good. Like I said, you got your back strap checkering here, checkering on the front, and of course you can take this magazine well off if you like. You just drive that pin out with a punch tool and put the smaller pin in. So I mean, like I said, and of course you got your Picatinny rail right here. So all in all, so far this looks like it's going to be a solid handgun for sure. Now on to which I would say the big one, Now this next firearm, y'all, I've been wanting to get my hands on this gun again for a long time. And for the longest time, it was cost prohibitive. But fortunately, I've been blessed to be able to afford this bad boy right here. And I'm going to introduce to you none other than another Staccato. But not just any Staccato, y'all. We talking the Staccato XC. The top of the line Staccato, the bougiest of the Staccatos. So let's open this bad boy up right here. Of course, as you can see, this is basically what it all comes with in the case. That's the Staccato XC right there in all its glory. Oh, sorry about that. That's the Staccato XC in all its glory. So let's get this bad boy out here real quick and let's check it out. All right, so now we got the Staccato XC out here, and of course we're going to verify clear. As you can see, that chamber is empty, and I actually don't have a magazine in the gun. This firearm is verified clear. So Staccato XC. Now this is another one of those guns that really doesn't need an introduction, because most people that are familiar with Staccato are familiar with the XC. But this, for those who aren't, this is basically Staccato's top of the line handgun. This is actually, at least as of the making of this video, the most expensive of their Staccato line of pistols, and for good reason. This particular thing has lightning cuts in the slide here. It has a DLC coated barrel, an integrated compensator, full length dust cover. You have, this is their tack grips, which is a little bit more aggressive than their standard grips. And this trigger breaks at around 2 pounds, and it is light. And I measured it. It's about 2 pounds-ish. And mind you, I have not shot this pistol, and I have not broken this pistol in. So therefore, after this pistol gets a few hundred rounds in, I would imagine that this trigger is going to get even softer. And it basically has like a lot of the same features that like maybe the Staccato P, the Dawson Precision Sights, blacked out rear, front fiber optic, cut for your optic, no plates, but it is cut for a direct mount of a Delta Point Pro. You know, ambidextrous safety, grip safety, a nice memory pad, and you have your magazine well. Now, one criticism I'm going to say right off the hop and for the Staccato is the fact that they only give you 2 magazines. Now, this is different because Staccato used to give you 3 magazines. When I got my Staccato P, I got 2 17-rounders and a 20-round magazines. Now, all of a sudden, they just give you 2 17-round magazines. First of all, mini rant. For the cost of this damn thing, I should not only get 3 magazines, hell, you should give me 4 or 5. This sumbitch is not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. And cutting back on the magazine count, Staccato, why? Like, seriously, why? Why? Why even do that? But anyway, you get 2 magazines that come with it. And basically, it's your standard Generation 3 Staccato magazines. It's pretty much the same. It's the same as in the Staccato P and so on and so forth. When I bought this, I bought another 20-rounder because more magazines is beneficial than having less Staccato. But anywho, I just wanted to show these 2 off and just do a quick unboxing reveal of these 2. These are basically, I guess you could say, they're my birthday gifts to myself. Again, July being my birthday month. My birthday is actually not for about another week and a half, but you know, I'm a little ahead of the game. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So definitely keep your eyes peeled to the channel. I have first shots videos that I have to do on both the Staccato and the Tisas. I got other reviews coming up, other comparisons coming up. So definitely hit that subscribe button. Turn on that bell notification icon so that way you can be updated whenever I drop new content. And as always, y'all, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. This is your big homie, and I'm out, man. Peace.